I'm back again, back in the lack, back again. I don't know the lyrics, but I'm back again. What's up? I'm going to talk about the books that I am planning to read in the month of June. And the crazy thing is, my TBR is even bigger, longer, more insane. What are we doing here? This is my June TBR for Pride and for the Throwbackathon that is going to be held by Black Prose Book Club. That is the book club for Melanin Eclectic, Oshi Reads, and Bookish Wallflower. I'll definitely put the links to the Black Prose Club social media and to their channel in the description box for you to definitely check out for the Throwbackathon. It is 3 Black women, and it'll be amazing if we can, if people can go out there and support these Black women. And definitely check out Prideathon. This is my first time hearing about Prideathon, so I am interested in checking that out. I've been kind of apprehensive about Pride itself. I think just like the LGBTQ plus community, because of our issues with race within the community. A lot of separation and stuff like that, and it is not necessarily coming from people of color, especially Black people. The issues that we're having from other members, mostly white gay men in the community, we just kind of usually have to respond and deal with that. So I'm just still a little apprehensive about Prideathon because I know how some people could be a little problematic or whatever. But I'm definitely going to jump in and be a part and show my representation for being a part of the community. And definitely putting the brown and the Black on the flag, being a part in that way too, because that's the only pride flag that I believe in, to be quite honest, to be quite frank with you. So definitely leave a comment and tell me if you are taking part in Throwbackathon or Prideathon, what books you're reading for June. I just already know what I plan on reading, and I think some of the books will actually fit in the prompts. So first up, I will be reading and finishing Let's Go Swimming on Doomsday for my book club. I'm enjoying it and I'm looking forward to finishing this. And also, for the month of June, we will be reading All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. I am looking forward to reading this. I've heard such great things. This is another Jessie from Bowties and Books recommendation. This was definitely on our reading list. This is our June read, so I'm excited to read this. I've heard so many good things over and over again about it. I'm excited. And also, in the spirit of another Black LGBTQ creator who has a book, I also got in my own little haul An Organic Guide to Living Happier and Healthier by Antoine Ward Jr. I heard him do an interview on the Him podcast. A lot of what he was saying and talking about with this book, part self-help from my understanding, and part of it is like his story and just kind of like imparting some wisdom and some encouragement to us as Black queer people. So I am looking forward to reading this for Pride, definitely, and it's like a black queer creator, so I'm excited about that. I am going to read the long-awaited I Can't Date Jesus, Love, Sex, Family, Race, and Other Reasons I've Put My Faith in Beyonce by Michael Arsenault, as well as I Don't Want to Die Poor by Michael Arsenault. I heard these are so funny. They are so funny, and they're so very, very, inspirational and all that. So I'm looking forward to it. I've seen interviews with Michael Arsenault and I really like him. I think he's super cool. It is another Black queer creator. He is an instant New York Times bestseller. Go off. I'm telling you, his self-promo got him here, okay? I'm looking forward to I Don't Want to Die Poor because, girl, not I either. Not I don't want to die poor. You know what I'm saying? We trying out here. Also, I will be reading No Ashes in the Fire by Darnell L. Moore. He is another Black queer creator. It's No Ashes in the Fire, coming of age, Black and free in America. Ugh. And at a time like this, it's like all these books by Black queer creators telling their stories and kind of imparting a lot of wisdom and a lot of insight and a lot of encouragement to thrive and survive. When you hear their interviews, you hear them talk. It's just so uplifting and enlightening, and you're just like, yo, I could learn so much from you. Also in that vein, I plan to reread B-Boy Blues by James O. Hardy, a Black queer writer, a Black gay writer, and with Black gay protagonists. It is a Black romance, and I am just looking looking forward to rereading this. It's been a while since I reread this. Also, another Black creator that I plan on reading is Jared D. King. He is another Black queer creator, and he wrote a fantasy novel, The Octorati. So I am looking forward to reading this. He gifted this to me for an honest review, so I'm looking forward to finally picking it up because it's been so long since he sent it to me, and I'm like, it's time to read it. So it's like, what are you doing? Come on now, get it together. I'm looking forward to reading this because this is going to be exciting because it's going to be like a queer fantasy by a Black queer author, and it's going to be queer as fuck in here. What's up? Also, I want to read, this is kind of an epic love story by Case and Colander. This has been on my agenda for June for the longest. I've heard mixed results, mixed reviews about it. Some people are like, it's not really that good. And then some people are like, I loved it. It was cute. It was beautiful. It was fluffy. It was everything I needed. So I'm looking forward to this. It is like 2 queer characters of color. One is Black and I think one is Latino. I'm not sure. But we will see when I read it. And this is another story. From my understanding, it is a queer story by Case and Colander, Hurricane Child. It is a middle grade, and I heard it's so good. It's so well written. And additionally, it's just gonna be queer, so let's go. I need to get to all these goddamn books. So far, this is what we looking like. This is what we looking like right now. I'm gonna make it happen though. I'm gonna get it done. Also, I've been wanting to read Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda for the longest by Becky Albertalli. Hopefully, I will finish this as well. I will get to this, finish this, so that I can watch the movie because I wanted to read the book first and then watch the movie afterward. I'm looking forward to reading this finally. Another book with a movie adaptation, Call Me By Your Name by Andre Aciman. I am looking forward to reading this. I want to see what the peach scene is all about because I keep trying to understand and trying to like figure out like what's so scandalous about the peach scene. Like what's gonna be so scandalous about this peach scene? Because I've seen what peaches look like and I'm just like, how was the peach thing happening? I don't know. I'm gonna just read it and see what it is, what happens here in the book, and then also watch the movie to see if that translates from the book. We gonna see. I don't know. And also it's giving me the Dreamers vibes. Something that's a little like scandalous and queer, but also like some weird shit happens in there. So I'm just like looking forward to. And besides, I don't mind Army Hammer, so let's do this. And I also want to see what all this Timothy Chalamet talk is like all about, like why everybody's just like waving the flag and raving. Also, I want to finish Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. I am halfway through it. It's about time I got to finishing this book already and move on to the rest of the book and get through this read along. Like, I mean, I should savor everything, but at the same time, like, I'm a part of a read along. Let me read along, okay? Like, read along, which I don't know how I'm gonna read along with all these goddamn books. I really don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? And also, I want to finish Skim. I'm enjoying Skim so far, and I definitely want to see how this turns out. I'm loving the craft / Heathers vibe that it's giving me. Like, it's not like the mean girl situation of Heathers, but it's like just a dark high school theme of Heathers, but with like the craft. I like that, but I don't know if it's going to turn out that way. I'm excited about Skim. I also would like to finish An Unkindness of Ghosts by River Solomon, because this is also a queer novel by a Black queer writer with queer characters of color. I definitely want to finish this and see how this story turns out, because so far it's been pretty good. It's been pretty interesting, but I'm like, where are we gonna go with this? Another book I want to read is Matilda by Roald Dahl. I had never read this book before, and then the podcast Book versus Movie, they decided to do this book versus the movie. So I'm just like, yo, I've only ever seen the movie. I love the movie, but I'm like, I should read the book now that they talk about a book. I have it now, and I'm looking forward to like finally like getting into it and reading it. And I'm gonna watch the movie for that too. And hopefully if I accomplish all of this, I'm gonna get to Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Mariko Tamaki and Rosemary Valero O'Connell, and This One Summer by Jillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. So hopefully I can get to like these as well, because I'm looking forward to them. And the artwork is beautiful so far. And I love that they have like particular, just kind of like one almost monochrome color palette for both these books. I love that. I think it's kind of cute. And some other books I also got for June. I got Radio Silence by Alice Oseman because I keep hearing everybody talking about it. And I heard it's so good. It's so well written. It depicts teenagers so well. And mainly I think I'm reading Radio Silence because I think some of the characters in this book also show up in Heartstopper. And this was something when I heard about it, I keep hearing everybody talk about it. And I'm just like, it sounds so good. So I know this is coming after Radio Silence. And I probably don't need to read this, but I want to. I want the full picture. So I'm looking forward to reading these. I don't think I'll be able to read all of this in June because I mean, still, look at this. Look at all of this. What's going on over here? All of this. All of this. There's no Netflix. There might not be any YouTube channels. I will try to still like support other creators and watch their videos, but it just might be straight reading all month. Like, I might get noise canceling headphones so that nothing is getting in my way and bothering me as I read, because I have so many books to read and I want to read all of them for June. And I also got Bloom by Kevin Panada and Savannah Ganeshu. Savannah Ganeshu. We'll just go with Savannah Ganeshu, you know? But I'm looking forward to reading Bloom ever since this came across. Like, I think there was like some ad somewhere it came across and I read the synopsis and I was like, this sounds adorable. This sounds super romantic and like real cute. I want to read this. I'm looking forward to this. And every time I see this title Bloom, it always reminds me of Troye Sivan's song Bloom. It just feels like they pair well together, and probably the entire album. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I'll probably listen to Troye Sivan's Bloom while I read this. And also I got Check Please, book 1 and book 2, both by Ngozi Ukazu, which I won't lie, because the protagonist is white and it is a predominantly white cast. I was not expecting the writer to be a black woman, but she is, and I'm gonna support me a black woman. Granted, she is writing about white kids, white boys, so I'm just like, I girl, whatever. But I heard the story's really good. If a black woman's writing it, I feel it's gonna be a lot more romantic and cuter and just better. So definitely comment if you've read any of these books, or if you're gonna read any of these books, or what books are you reading in June. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for watching, and I am out this bitch like Fleek, the fuck.